Hello everyone, I'm Lynn Coda, I'm the superintendent for the Franklin Northeast Supervisory Union.
And I'm Morgan Daybell, the business manager for Franklin Northeast.
In the work we've been doing around our new school district budgets, we've had several common questions that have come up, so we wanted to take an opportunity to produce a few short videos to be able to help to answer some of those most common questions.
So there's been a lot of discussion statewide about levels of spending. Certainly with the changes in Act 127, it's been pushed to the forefront of the press. An area again where the reality in Franklin Northeast is a little bit different. Can you tell us about that?
On this visual, this relates to the current school year we're in, FY24. This is how each of the districts across the state of Vermont's cost per pupil for education spending compares to others. So if we start way at the bottom, the lowest spending district is about $8,000 per pupil, and at the very top we have a district that's right up around $18,000. So you could see that there's a pretty large discrepancy between the highest spending per pupil and the lowest spending per pupil across the state. The lines that are in red reflect our neighbors in Franklin County. The black lines, that top black line, reflects the statewide average per pupil spending. That's around $12,941. The bottom black line reflects the Franklin County average per pupil education spending, which is $12,319. If you drop down closer to the bottom, the first blue line that you see reflects the Enosburg-Richford cost per pupil. That's per weighted pupil is $10,502. And the Northern Mountain Valley is the bottom blue line, and that's at $9,970 per pupil. So what this data reflects is that in the current year we're in, students in the Northern Mountain Valley, that district is the 12th lowest spending in the state of Vermont, and Enosburg-Richford is the 18th lowest spending district in the state of Vermont. On this slide, it reflects the same information, except it's really pulling out the lowest 20 spending districts in the state. So on the left, that reflects spending for this year. So again, you can see that schools on the Northern Mountain Valley side and schools in the Enosburg-Richford side are the 12th and 18th lowest spending districts in the state. And you can see on the right-hand side, this is projected for the FY25 budgets. So based on the spending plan we have for the version of the budget that you will vote on April 30th, the Northern Mountain Valley district will drop to the 10th lowest spending district in the state, and the Enosburg-Richford district will drop to the 9th lowest spending district in the state. What is interesting about this data is that below the Enosburg-Richford and the NMV districts, there are actually 4 non-operating towns that spend less. So that's Ira, Holland, Stratton, and Morgan. So those 4 districts tuition out all of their students. They don't actually operate schools. So what this data really reflects is that our schools in FNESU, in terms of systems that operate schools, are really the 5th and 6th lowest spending in the state. I hope this video has helped you to understand how FNESU is different than the statewide narrative that you may be hearing in the media. As you can see, our per pupil education spending is far lower than many of the other districts in the state of Vermont.